Good evening, friends. So the Rage 2 trailer dropped, and you know, I had a bit of fun with the first game. I think everyone's feeling broadly ambivalent towards it, and probably the realizing feeling is, Bethesda, could you have not just spent this money on the next Elder Scrolls / Fallout entry? So I'm kind of thinking, Bethesda's a relatively intelligent publisher. They've got to have an angle with this, something that's going to set it out in the market and make it worth their time, and like you say, not just spending the money on something that they know is going to sell like hotcakes, like Fallout or Elder Scrolls. And I think that one thing this trailer does really interestingly is, if you'll notice, it doesn't focus at all on anything other than the fact that the characters and the fact that there's like multiple characters at once, and they're kind of like having fun together, and kind of how kooky and customizable they are. So that leads me to believe that actually Rage 2 is probably going to be quite a big divergence away from what the first game did, in terms of making it perhaps obviously an open world first person shooter with some elements of progression and non-linear storytelling, shall we say. But I think there's going to be a really heavy emphasis on some form of online co-op or online play. I think primarily co-op, but I mean, once you've got co-op in and the netcode's there to support that, why wouldn't you put in competitive modes, or even, and this is extreme speculation, some form of battle royale mode? I mean, every big publisher wants to jump on the bandwagon that PUBG and Fortnite have started. And I actually think that Rage wouldn't necessarily be a terrible setting or idea to go with that in, because I think the post-apocalyptic setting and having really kooky, janky weaponry, and also introducing the kind of Mad Max style vehicular gameplay into it, would actually be really refreshing and add something to the battle royale genre, or just, I suppose, multiplayer shooter genre in generally. You know, we don't see a lot of vehicular blending into our multiplayer shooter gameplay outside of Battlefield, I suppose, and even then, you know, a tank is just sort of like a first person shooter controlling an infantry, really, whereas racing around in a dune buggy and having to use kind of speed and have something that's more fragile and distinctly a car, that could be much more interesting. So that's just my bit of rampant speculation on the matter. I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with the gameplay trailer tomorrow, and interesting to see whether I'm right. But I do hope they've taken a bit more of a risky or innovative approach, rather than just, you know, bringing out the Rage name, which doesn't really have much to do, you know, much to say for itself, and just slapping together another, you know, reasonably uninventive game behind that. But I have a bit of faith that Bethesda will do something interesting. Let me know what you think it might be down below. Obviously, guys, if you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, hop in the Discord, come say hi, and I'll see you guys in the next video.